Hey, y'all, we are back with another dense update. This update is sponsored by Biomax Peptides and Herd Athletics. Here we go. On this week's weekend review with Dave Castro, he talks about his time spent in Korea with Andrew Hiller.
The first night when we landed, when Hiller and I landed, we got a car and then car service. Stopped at 2 affiliates that night.
You can tell Hiller definitely gave Dave some tips in regards to his YouTube channel. I noticed he put up some thumbnails. He also made a little bit of an intro to his weekend review video. He has another channel that he does a lot of his shooting stuff on as well. Videos on there also have some thumbnails up. He gets into some of the viewer comments, and somebody had asked him about transparency.
At the real Kevin A7, interesting how you don't address the transparency of Rich Froning Jr. and the Mayhem crew. I think he might be talking about a comment last week or the week before.
And Sevan, Caleb, and Souza were all on doing the review of the Dave Castro review. And for whatever reason, this comment just set Sevi off.
This guy can't even articulate. This guy's either not transparent or can't even articulate anything. Listen, you fucking idiots. When we're doing fucking a podcast every fucking morning and you write in the YouTube comments, yeah, I agree with Sevan, or yes, Sevan's an idiot for saying that. I have no idea what you're fucking talking about. Like none. All the shows run into each other. I don't even remember what I said on the last show. You guys are retarded. YouTube comments as an IQ test and 80% of you fail. You fucking idiots. How the fuck is Dave supposed to know what you're talking about?
Dear people who comment, it's probably a good idea to include a timestamp or to at least reference what the hell it is you're talking about, guys. You gotta be more specific. You're not in a live chat.
If this is in reference to when Malioza was on, they were being everything but transparent. They had an inside joke going at the beginning of the show about disparagement. And then later Dave said, oh, I'm guessing that they talked about this.
The Boys Interrupted all got together after Rogue Invitational. This time it was only Justin Medeiros, Dallin Pepper, and Jason Hopper. No James Sprigg.
You guys been ranked 11th going into this game season. Shout out to you, keeping it real, because you're the GOAT.
I wonder if we can find, is there something lower than the mud?
I don't know. I think we can find it.
They do talk about Rogue, even though Dallin wasn't able to attend. They had quite some hefty donations for this show. To start it off, Fluffy Duck donated $100. And then this person donated...
No way. What
Whoa. MK McGovern. Whoa. Good job at Rogue, boys. Wasn't the same without Dallin. Here's a contribution to support the next get-together and Dallin's recovery.
Makes me wonder if it's one of their agents from their fake accounts. They talk about training and recovery, and Justin mentions...
Well, I got pretty sick, actually, when I got back. I'm like just starting to come out of it, but tomorrow I might do some movement. But I asked Adam to give me some programming, and he told me no. So for the next like 3 or 4 weeks, I get to work out. He wants me to work out. He doesn't want me to do nothing, but he wants me to just kind of have some freedom, go into the gym, come up with my own workouts.
I honestly don't know when I'm going to get back in the gym.
This doesn't sound like 3 athletes getting ready to go crush the World Fitness Finals. If you're not planning on doing a whole bunch in the next 4 weeks, and you probably are leaving for Copenhagen in 5 weeks, you can check that full video out on Boys Interrupted YouTube channel. I did see that the World Fitness Finals released their first workout for the event in Copenhagen. Now, we all knew there was going to be a swim because Roger had leaked that on a podcast, that one where, he went off about all us people in the media. Part A is a 500-meter swim for time with a 10-minute time cap. The athletes will get 2 minutes rest. They'll go right into Part B. Cal ski, 125-meter swim. Cal bike, 125-meter swim. Cal ski. Each workout, Part A and B, are worth 100 points. I really don't think the ski and the bike are going to matter that much. I think whoever wins the first one is going to win the second one. It's going to be who's the best swimmer, who's the best in and out of the water. So there you go. Yellow Hosta, maybe Yona Koski, probably Lucy Campbell. There's 200 points to start your World Fitness Finals weekend.
The World Fitness Project released their first couple of workouts, and everybody already knows who's going to win. It's going to be Lucy Campbell and some combination of either Yella Hoste or Yona Koski.
Is this true?
That's just lazy programming. Pat Vellner commented on this. LOL, 200 points. Not psyched. Yona Koski, let's go. Well, it's because you're likely going to win it. You were Yella Hosta. Justin Kotler, 200 points. That's absurd. Hiller posts the 3 emojis. If you know, you know. Carolyn Prevo's partner, Lex, comments, same person will win both, which I agree. 200 points is just absolutely Riri, y'all. Now, I did see on Instagram that coach and owner of Brute Strength, Matt Torres, is writing a book or planning to. This book will be about programming, training strategy. He has notes about his background and his journey. Not sure when he plans to put this book out, but he posted this on his story. So he's definitely wants everybody to know that that's something he's working on. You know, a real bestseller banger would be a tell-all about his time spent with Danielle Brandon, but I highly doubt we're going to get any of that in there. CrossFit Mayhem put up a behind the scenes of Rogue with Paige, Austin, Roman, and Haley Adams. They talk about the fumbles that they had in some of the events, as well as their successes. Paige talks about her unexpected nosebleed during the back squat event. They literally show the footage. She's going down for a back squat, and you just see the blood just dripping down her face. Like it's going into her mouth. She is one tough mama, y'all. Full on nosebleed, swallowing her own blood, and it doesn't even faze her. She just keeps going. It's also interesting that no one's really talked about what Facundo's role is lately with Mayhem. He was there. However, he is not coaching Roman anymore. Dom and Angelo are pretty much coaching everybody. Dom specifically coaching Roman.
Something's happened over there. Facundo has a different role. He's transferred roles, or something has happened. All of a sudden, Dom and Angelo are coaching everyone, and I'm pretty sure Facundo was like one of their senior high level coaches.
If you want to check out that full video, that is on CrossFit Mayhem's YouTube channel. I am headed to the service games tomorrow to follow Megan Apostolaros and her partner, Shanae Watson. Megan won the service cup. Her partner, Shanae, took second, and then they partnered up and they are going to compete there against, I know Caroline Prevost competing there as well. So that should be pretty exciting. Taylor and Bryson will be coaching Megan and Shanae. So there's going to be a lot of content coming out this week for that. Now, before I leave you, okay, so just kidding. I thought I was going to leave you on Creepy Craig, but this article was just posted by the Barbell Spin. Wade Deibner and Mark Mastroff allegedly enter into an agreement to acquire CrossFit. Mastroff, he is the co-founder and former CEO of 24 Hour Fitness, and Wade Deibner is hedge fund investor in the Silicon Valley. The news stemmed from article on Reddit. And I know what you're thinking. You can't trust Reddit. However, then in a recent interview with Deibner by Matt Davis of Hybrid Fitness Media, and additional social media interactions appear to confirm that the Reddit post is true. The account was from a World Fit News. A Hybrid Fitness Media interview this morning published an article where Matt Davis interviewed Deibner about the rumor. According to Davis, Wade told Davis that the group entered into a 90-day exclusivity agreement last week and that the closing would be targeted for late January 2026. So less than 90 days. As for who leaked the news, Wade told Hybrid Fitness Media that they believe it was leaked by insiders within the company, likely CrossFit or Berkshire Partners. If there's people who think they're not going to have a job once the sale is over, yeah. Sevan went live just a couple hours after this article was posted.
Actually, Monday is when everything started to surface online, but this is what I saw that then sparked me to start digging into more stuff and figuring out what actually is going on.
Yeah, this is just weird blowjob stuff. I don't know anything about these guys. They're probably great guys, but this is immediately a turnoff for me. No information yet. You're wasting my time. Whisper from the industry insider suggests this isn't just a buyout, it's a revolution. So right away, if you're a CrossFitter, you're like, well, we already had the revolution.
It's unfortunate that the information got leaked before CrossFit could make the announcement and let the affiliate owners know that this could potentially be the new buyers. This also leads to the potential that everything set out for this entire next season of 2026, for the games, for the open, for the announcements, could all be changed. If they're going to acquire CrossFit by end of January, that's before the open starts. Would they be able to make the kind of changes they might want to make in the short period of time? I don't know. Now all eyes are going to be on these new potential owners. Now, before I leave you, we have gotten a little bit of an update in regards to Creepy Craig. Last week, I put out the biggest creep in CrossFit Dense update with Craig Bridgeland, arrested here in the United States during the CrossFit Games for soliciting minors, sending dick pics, jerking himself off, totally normal things. Since then, a current affair in Australia even picked this up and tried to do a piece on him.
Craig was caught doing something very bad overseas, sending explicit pictures to an underage girl. When his employer here found out, he lost his PT job, but he's still training people, including kids, in his garage.
They couldn't get any people to come forward because people were just too scared to tell their stories about him.
What's even more chilling, a number have told us Craig was friends with Rowan Baxter, the monster who murdered his wife Hannah Clark and their 3 kids in a horrific act of domestic violence.
I have learned that he has fled and gone back to New Zealand, which is where he's from. He's still gaslighting people and being extremely aggressive towards them when he is called out on this. This is just an example of a message that he sent to someone as he was leaving Australia. You're a fucking dog cunt piece of shit. You're exactly why men take their own lives. You, along with other ex-clients chasing clout to look cool on social media. Cat, if I see you mention my name again, I'm going after you or anyone else I see posting about me for defamation. You've been caught. Just own it. Move on. Get some help. After that video that I posted, I actually got a hold of another email that he had sent to his clients, further gaslighting them, threatening to sue them if they talked about anything. He actually says in here, the way I was spoken to by several clients and friends in emails and over text, no one has the right to talk like that to another human being. Yet this is a text message that he sends someone. I mean, the guy is just absolutely insane. This man has a pattern of treating anyone and everyone like this. He's not learned from this. He's not remorseful. He's ran off and hid. He's back in New Zealand. He's probably going to try to find his way into another fitness community there so he can prey on innocent, unsuspecting people again. Oh, Craig, what goes around comes around, big boy.
That dense bitch,